Meghan Markle's father reportedly isn't a fan of her husband, Prince Harry. Thomas Markle Sr., who has never met Harry in person, apparently doesn't approve of the Duke of Sussex, according to her brother Thomas Markle Jr. Markle Jr. said on Australian reality show Big Brother VIP his father was so distrustful of Harry he wouldn't even count on him to protect those chickens in their backyard. "My dad doesn't approve of him. My father says he couldn't even protect those chickens in their backyard if he needed to," he told his shocked housemates. Markle Jr. also said his rift with his famous half-sister began when he wrote to the palace asking if they could help to stop paparazzi invading his privacy. "And the correspondence I got back was, that I was, distant family and I don't know those people. That came from Meghan," he alleged. The housemates bristled when Markle Jr. said that Meghan should do her job, as a royal, and stop griping about it. "It's so much harder than that," said a stunned Jessica Power. When asked about the mental issues Meghan spoke about during her interview with Oprah Winfrey, Markle Jr. fired back, "I don't 100% buy that." This remark left the other contestants horrified, with Bernard Currie saying, "That was brutal." The Big Brother scene aired after Markle Jr. issued a public apology to his sister for criticizing her in the media. The window fitter for Morgan said he'd made some horrible mistakes after being thrust into the spotlight when Meghan started dating Harry. He also told he hopes Meghan is watching them on Big Brother VIP, adding, "That's why I'm doing this, so she can see the real me. I want everybody watching to take away this side of me, the real me. I am lovable, nice, I'll give you the shirt off my back, I'm funny," he said. Despite having previously warned Prince Harry his sister would ruin your life, Markle Jr. said there was no animosity on his side. He insisted that growing up with Meghan had been a great experience and that they were very close and would spend lots of quality time together. Markle Jr. said their relationship soured when Meghan started dating Harry and he was thrown to the wolves with no experience of handling the press. "I was being backed into a corner, into a wall. I made some horrible mistakes and still regret them to this day," he confessed. Markle Jr. insisted he loves his sister and would do anything to meet his nephew Archie, 2, and niece Lilibet, 4 months. "I don't need a photo op to go see my sister, and I don't want a story behind it," he explained. "I don't want anything, I would just love to go over to their home and knock on the door, give her a big hug and kiss, and say I miss the hell out of her and apologize right to her face. Maybe one day that will happen. I'd do anything to see Archie and Lilibet." In a candid conversation with his housemates during Monday's season premiere of Big Brother VIP, Markle Jr. claimed Meghan changed after finding fame. "What happened to her? Nobody can figure it out. Money changed her, I guess. Money and fame just went to her head really bad," he said. Markle Jr. went on to say that Meghan walked all over her first husband, film producer Trevor Engelson, who had adored her. The couple married in 2011, and Markle Jr. said that Meghan had dumped him 2 years later before sending the ring back in the mail. "Is that cold or what? But Harry's next, Harry's on the chopping block next," he continued. "The only difference between now and then is all the photos prior to that he had a smile on his face, all the ones after he doesn't." Meghan Markle's brother has slammed the Duchess of Sussex for griping during her time as a working royal and urged her to do her job. Thomas has revealed that he had very little sympathy for Meghan's plight. "She kind of knew what she was getting into when she went into it," he said. "If you got a job and you got paid $4 million salary a year to bow and curtsy and shake hands and take pictures and do some charity work. It's about the highest pedestal you can get to in life. So do your job and don't gripe about it."